Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to part 3 of analyzing and visualizing data for edTPA. In this video, we are actually going to build on what we did in the first two tutorials by creating charts and graphs. To get started, we need to begin where we left off in tutorial number 2. And now we are going to actually create a bar graph with the total data. So I've highlighted the entire column with the exception of the averages because we don't need that. We're going to insert a chart. Now that we've inserted a chart, we are going to actually add some labels to the x-axis by highlighting column A. By including column A, we've now labeled each one of the bars in our chart. Further, we need to customize our data by adding a chart title. Student totals. Now you can choose whatever title you like. I would suggest choosing one that relates to the specific assessment that you have administered to your students. So if it's language arts or it's a benchmark, you go ahead and do that. Finally, we want to add data labels, and all that does is add the numbers from column J to the bar graph so that the person viewing the graph doesn't have to look across to the scale. We are going to do a second bar graph, but now we're going to do it with question proficiency. So we are going to insert the chart. And this one's a little different because we need to switch the rows and the columns so that it actually looks similar to the other. You notice that here it says question proficiency versus total. We want to add an x-axis again, and that x-axis will be question 1 through 8. Correct that. Okay, got that all fit in. And then additionally, we want to go ahead and customize by adding a title, question proficiency, and that gets included. And then finally, we also want to add our data labels. So now we see that students performed the best on question 3 and the worst on question 6. To summarize, to make the bar graph for the group comparison, we highlighted the column with all the totals and insert a chart. Then we modified the data by adding an x-axis, which gave the student ID labels. Then we customized it by adding a chart title and then adding series data, which is the data labels. We did the exact same thing with question proficiency by adding a y-axis, customizing by adding a chart title and data labels as well.